بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. السلام علیکم. خدای دې وکړي چې ټول محصلین روغ جوړ او صحتمند اوسیږي او د کرونا د مهلک مرض څخه صحت ولرئ او په عافیت کې اوسیږئ. زمونږ د مضمون نوم یا سبجیکټ نیم چې دی هغه انټرپرینیورشپ دی چې د شپږم سمستر د یو د مهمو او اساسي مضامینو څخه دی. د مضمون کورس پالیسی یا کورس تقریبا په 14 هفتو کې چې تاسو دلته وینئ تقسیم شوی دی چې په همدې شکل باندې موږ ډیزاین کړی چې د ویک 1 نه تر ویک 16 پورې تاسو کولی شئ چې سلایډز ولرئ او همدارنګې د دې لپاره چې تاسو فردر انفارمیشن یا معلومات په لاس راوړئ نو تاسو کولی شئ چې د بزنس پلان ګایډ بک استفاده کړئ، بزنس پلان سامپل په دری کې وګورئ، همدارنګې انټرپرینیورشپ اینډ لوکل اکانومي په نوم باندې یو سبجیکټ دی، کولی شئ چې هغه وګورئ. همدارنګې انټرپرینیورشپ 10th ایډیشن دی بک دی. همدارنګه how to prepare your business plan and how to start a business plan in Afghanistan, income tax manual of Afghanistan, and how to take licenses in the country, and I mean Afghanistan. And so these are some of the supportive documents or some of the supportive chapters that you may use for your further information or for further study. Dear students, as it's your 6th semester, so you all are welcome to this session or to the week 1 class. So in the week 1, most of our discussion will be on the mindset in terms of entrepreneurship or how you can make your entrepreneurial mindset. So before starting the class, one should know that what is in it for him. د ای مضمون به ما و شما چی است یا په دې مضمون کې زموږ د پاره څه دي. So the main contents or the main topic that you will learn here چیزای مهم که شما اینجا یاد میگیری د ای مضمون هغه شیان چې په دې مضمون کې موږ باید یادو. So first of all, one should be able to develop business ideas and to sell himself upon the people. So at the end of this course, our students will be able to develop entrepreneurial ideas, to start new businesses. Students will be able, our students will be able and they can develop, they can find solution for the community problems through entrepreneurship activities and entrepreneurial process. Along with this, students will be able and they can create, students will create the values for their customers and they will be able to identify path to the values creation through business plan. د دې کتاب په ختمولو سره یا د دې مضمون په ختمولو سره ګران محصلین کولی شي چې خپل ځانونه او خپل ایډیا یا خپل تجارتي نظریې په خلکو باندې خرڅ کړي. همدارنګه دوی کولی شي چې د معاشرې هغه مشکلات یا د اجتماع هغه مشکلات چې هغوی ورسره مخامخ دي دوی ورته بزنس سلوشن پیدا کړي یا رای حل ورته پیدا کړي او همدارنګه دوی د اجتماع لپاره کولی شي چې مختلف قسمه پروډکټس یا تولیدات جوړ کړي او د بزنس پلان په ذریعه باندې هغې ته یوه لاره پیدا کړي د هغې د خرڅولو لپاره. نو راځو دې ته چې دا خو مین ابجیکټیو د دې مضمونو زه خپل زین الله صافي او دا مې د ایمیل اډرس دی. کولی شي محصلین چې په دې باندې هم ما سره کنټیکټ وساتي او دا هم زما د موبایل شماره ده او واتس اپ مې هم په همدې نمبر دی. نو هر محصل چې کوم مشکل لري they can ask me through WhatsApp or they can send me an email so I can easily answer their questions or the problems that they may face while they are learning the subject entrepreneurship. So let's to start the subject or the week 1 contents, the week 1 syllabus or the week 1 information. If we see over here and in the slides, so we may have the term entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship mean, if you see this image, so you may find different terms, you may find different words, which all of these words mean the entrepreneurship, or these words is having link with the entrepreneurship subject. So in this slides you may understand about what is entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is like, for example, your abilities to develop something new. Entrepreneurship is innovation. Entrepreneurship is venture development. Entrepreneurship is starting a business. Entrepreneurship mean your good team through which you can make a business successful. Entrepreneurship mean good leadership. Entrepreneurship mean money. Entrepreneurship mean management of capital, management of product, management of values. Entrepreneurship mean successful enterprises. Entrepreneurship mean initiation. Entrepreneurship mean find solution for the problems. Entrepreneurship mean risk, and entrepreneurship mean responsibility. So all of these words is having a link with the term entrepreneurship or with the subject entrepreneurship. Okay, good. So I hope that you have got the minimum information about entrepreneurship. If we see the second slide of the chapter, so you may find some sites or some of the internet links from which you can get information about the entrepreneurship. The slides ki mein bini, like for example navishta shuda www.entrepreneur.com or hbr.com or economist.com. ये तमाम लिंक هست که به ذریعه شما میتوانی که معلومات در رابطه انترپرینورشپ به دست بیاری. سو د دې سلاید په ذریعه باندې یا د لینکونو په ذریعه باندې تاسو کولی شئ چې ډیپ انفارمیشن د انترپرینورشپ په لاس راوړئ. The third slides will explain the term a little bit more. So if you see the image, so we have mentioned this will explore you that entrepreneurship will make things happen. Entrepreneurship is a subject which will help you to work for the creativity or to create values for the society, for the community and for the people. So entrepreneurs will always make things happen. This means that they are always confident on their idea. They are always believe on their self. So when they are confident on their ideas, when they believe on their self, when they take risk, وقتی که اینا به خود اعتماد یا اعتماد نفس داشته باشه، وقتی که اینا اعتماد به ایدیا و به نظریات خود داره و وقتی که اینا risk taker است، actually what will happen? Things will happen done. So things, they can create values, they can answer to the problems of the community, they can answer to the problem of the society. So that's why we may say that entrepreneurship will make things happen. If you see the next slide, so here you may find that entrepreneurship is like waves which will move forward. ای شکل موجها داره و همیشه د جریانی پیشرفته نسته. یعنی انترپرینورشپ داسې یو فیلډ دی چې دا شکل د موجونو لري لکه په بحر کې چې موجونه وي او همیشه په مخ کې باندې روان وي. So entrepreneurship is like a waves. It is like موجها कि वो हमेशा पेश में रहा. So how the entrepreneurship has developed and what is the nature of entrepreneurship. Before going towards the development stages of the entrepreneurship, before going towards the history of entrepreneurship, first of all we should explain about the most important things which are the definition of the entrepreneurship. So what is entrepreneurship? But pesh az ki ma entrepreneurship ra yad begirim. First of all we should know who is an entrepreneur. Ki entrepreneur ast, mutashabbis ki ast. So we may say that it's an individual who takes risk and starts something new. Entrepreneur yak nafar ast कि वो रिस्क را میگیره و یک چیزی نو یا یک بزنس نو را شروع میکنه. In other words, entrepreneur, how we can pronounce, چه قسم اینا را ما میتوانیم که اینا را پروناونس کنیم یا چه قسم ایما شما میتوانیم که بخوانیم. So ای یک لفظ فرانسوی است. It's a French word و خواندنشان entrepreneur. So we may say entrepreneur. So entrepreneur is so we can pronounce that it is entrepreneur. So this mean between taker. Entrepreneurship or entrepreneur mean between taker, or we may say go between. So what does this mean? Go between or between taker mean a person who talks to people or group who disagree in order to help deal with or end the disagreement. So iu na parasta ke da darmiyani du martum miaya wa disagreement arduishan khatam mekuna wa arduishan agree mekuna to take something. So they are people who will always talk to groups who disagree in order to help deal with or end the disagreement. So we may say that it is called an entrepreneur. But this is the old definition of entrepreneur. If we move forward to the next slide, so you may find here the nature and development of entrepreneurship. اینجا شما nature و development entrepreneurship را یاد میگیری. But before going to the nature and development of entrepreneurship, if you see the Red Cross, which will help the soldiers' life, Red Cross is an organization. This organization is developed, the idea of this organization was developed 150 years ago, and the main reason behind that was to support the community, to support the soldiers. So for that purpose the Red Cross, Red Crescent has been developed, and today the Red Cross organization is having more than 1 million employees. So this means that Red Cross entered to the, and it was a between taker, or the go between person who established this idea, who created this idea to support the community, to support the soldiers in a society, to support the life of the soldiers. So that's why they have developed this organization, and today it is a very successful organization in the world. So that's why we may say that it is a go-between or between-taker people who will start something new, and finally they will make like an established businesses in the society or in community. So in this slides we will understand about the nature and development of entrepreneurship. The main development of entrepreneurship have like 5 phases. ای 5 مرحله یا د 5 مراحل اکسپلین شده یا واضح شده که اولین مرحله ایش ارلیست پیرید گفته میشه یا دوره ابتدایه به نام دوره ابتدایه یاد میشود. دوم میشه به نام میدل ایجز یا به نام قرون وسطا یاد میشود و سومشان با نام سنچری یا صدی هفتم یاد میشود و چهارمشان با نام سنچری اشتم یا صدی اشتم یاد میشود و پنجم مرحله شان یا پنجم دیفینیشن شان که در سالهای یا در قرن 19 و 20 شده واضح میشه، یعنی به شکل‌های مختلف در مختلف قرن‌ها entrepreneurship تعریف شده. So if we see the first stage یا ما اگر دوره ابتدایه را explain کنیم که در دوره ابتدایه entrepreneurship چه قسم تعریف شده و وضاحتشان چه قسم است. So if you look to the slides, in this period the money person or the forerunner of today venture capitalists entered into a contract with the go-between to sell his goods. So در دوره ابتدایه entrepreneurship یک قسم تعریف می شد که یک نفر است که قرارداد می کرد که او نفر که پول می داشت و دوم the person یعنی یک نفر پول می داشت و دوم نفر که بود به شکل گو بیتوین کار می کرد که یعنی مین امو جنس یا مال که او می داشت اونا را می گرفت و در یک جای دیگه به مردم می فروخت. در دوره ابتدایه انترپرینورشپ به یک قسم تعریف شده، یعنی په اولنۍ دوره کې انترپرینورشپ د هغه کسو چې معنا دا چې پیسې لرلې نو د گو بیټوین سره به قرارداد کولو او دغه اجناس به په مارکیټ کې خرڅول. while the capitalist was a passive risk bearer. خو کپیټالیست کې بود د یو وخت ریسک بیرر بود، یعنی ریسک را برداشت میکرد. the merchant adventure bore all the physical and emotional risk. اونا کپیتالیست که است ریسک پول را می گرفت و امون پر که تجار بود و فیزیکی و ایموشنل ریسک خود می گرفت که لایک فور اگزامپل که او چقدر سرشان اثر می کرده و امو تمام ریسک ها که او در بر می گرفته با سر خود یعنی با معنی که امو احساسات خود، خطر احساسات خود و خطر فیزیکی دا امو تمام اجناس که دا مارکت می فروخته، سوی ریسک و خطر هم در نظرش بود، یعنی امی را می گرفت. مثال امی ایرلیس پیریڈ کی بود یا دا تعریف ابتدایه یا دوره ابتدایه کی چقسم تعریف می شد، سوی یک نفری گو بیتوین بود. گو بیتوین ما اول گفتیم که اون نفر گفته میشه که از تجار مال میگیره و مالشان در دیگه جای میفروشه. لایک فور اگزامپل اگر ما د سیرت نبی کریم صلی الله علیه وسلم را ببینیم، سو د وقت هم خدیجه الکبرا یک مرچنت یا یک ونچر کپیتالیست بود یا یک پولدار بود و پیغمبر صلی الله علیه وسلم از اونا جنس میگرفت و در مردم یا د اجتماع میں فروخت. So like for example Nabi Karim Sallam was like a person who was a go-between, and the Khadija al-Kubra was like for example a venture capitalist or the money person. So the Marco Polo literature تعریف ونچر کپیتالیست هم به این شکل شده که اونا راههای تجارتی از چین گرفته تا یوروپ جور میکرد، یعنی مین از چین مال میگرفته و در یوروپ میبرده و اونجا میفروخته. سو امی مارکوپولو تعریف که است ما میتوانیم که بگوییم که لایک ان انترپرنورشپ بود، یعنی من تعریف انترپرنورشپ در قرون ابتدایه یا دوره ابتدایه یک قسم بود که یک نفر جنس را می گرفته و در معاشره می فروخته، امی نفر را انترپرنورشپ یاد می. اوکی، و در قرن دوم که به نام قرون وسطا یاد می شود، یعنی من میدل ایجز. The Middle Ages development یا تاریخ entrepreneurship یا تعریف entrepreneurship قسم بود. The term entrepreneur was used to describe both an actor and a person who managed large production projects. یعنی من اینجا again دو نفر describes both، دو نفر که یک به نام اکتر یعنی لوبغاړی ما شما میگیم که پلیر، و دوم نفر که بود او یک قسم نفر بود که با حیث تولید کننده کار میکرد. سو یک نفر اکتر بود و دوم تولید کننده بود، یعنی اردویشان، او نفر که اکتر عملیات میکنه و دوم که تولید کننده است، اردویشان به نام انترپرنورشپ یاد میشود. Like for example, a typical entrepreneur was the clerk who managed architectural projects. So امو کلرک به نام کلرک او نفر که در پروژه های آرکیتکچر و ساختمانی و دیزاینی پروژه کار میکرد، به نام چی یاد میشود؟ به نام انترپرنور. یعنی او کلرک که در پروژه معماری کار میکرد، سو امو کلرک که است به نام اکتر بود و پروژه معماری. سو معنی که یک کلرک پروژه میگرفت و اونا را دیزاین میکرد. In such large production projects, this individual did not take any risk. خود امین جا در یک قسم کلان پروژه لایک ما شما ذکر کردیم که یک پروژه معماری است، سو کلرک در اینجا هیچ ریسک نمی گرفت but merely managed the project. صرف هدف یا وظیفه امی کلرک یہ بود که او امو پروژه را چی کنه، مینیج کنه، اداره کنه. Using the resources provided، امو تمام ریسورسز یا منابع کو نارا میداد یا داده میشد usually by government of the country، و همیشه اینا امی قراردادها از حکومت دولت یا از دولت امو کشور می گرفت. یعنی به این معنی در قرون وسطا انترپرنورشپ قسم تعریف می شد که یک نفر بود که از دولت پروژه های مختلف می گرفت و پس امو پروژه های دولت را اینا یعنی تمام پروسهش خلاص می کرد، سرانجام می داد، و امی نفر که به نام اکتر بود یا به نام یوزر امو پروژه بود، اونا هیچ ریسک را نمی گرفت، صرف امو پروژه را پیش می برد و اونا را اداره می کرد. سو به نام قرون وسطا یاد می شود که انترپرنورشپ دو قسم تعریف شده. سو این مردم که است مختلف قسم ساختمان ها را جور می کرد، کلیسا ها را جور می کرد، public buildings را جور می کرد and a lot of other places or areas. So this is what we may say that the definition of entrepreneurship in Middle Ages. If we move a little bit forward from the Middle Ages to 17th century, so we may find definition of entrepreneurship a little bit different. In 17th century, the entrepreneur was a person who entered into a contract with the government to perform a service. It is just like the same, but here the person will perform they will sign contract with the government, and they will like conduct all the process of the government contracts and services. They will perform these services. The Richard Cantillon, who is a noted economist of the 17th century, they developed theories of the entrepreneur and is regarded as the founder of the term. And he explained that entrepreneur is a risk-taker person. Entrepreneur is a risk-taker because here the person will sign contract with government, and they will enter to a contract, and they will perform the services. So this is like a risky projects. Sometimes one cannot complete the projects with the specified budget. So that's why the Richard explained entrepreneur as a risk taken person, because he explained entrepreneur that he will purchase a product on a certain price. An entrepreneur is the person who will sign contracts with a specified price, but they will sell the product, the contracts, they will perform the services with an uncertain price. Therefore, they will take an operating risk. So, the Richard explained entrepreneurship that it is a term that it's a person, entrepreneur, or entrepreneurship is the process where a person will take risk, will take risky projects, and these projects they will purchase the products, services, or goods on a certain and an unknown price, and finally when they are performing these services, when they are selling these products, so they will sell that on an uncertain or with an unknown price. That's why he explained that this person is a risk taker person, and risk over here is an operating risk, because it is not known that what type of price he will choose for the products or for these services. So that's why in 17th century entrepreneurship has been explained as a person who will take the risk and will enter to a big projects. They will purchase on a certain known price and will sell the products and services and at an unknown price. So we may say that it is called an entrepreneur or entrepreneurship process. And if we move forward, so we may go enter to the 18th century. In 18th century, the entrepreneur has defined 18th century. In 18th century, the person with capital was differentiated from the one who needed capital. The definition of entrepreneurship in 18th century was a little bit different. Here the two parties are differentiated from one another, because in the process there may be two parties. One party may have capital and the other party may need capital. So both of these parties are differentiated from one another. The person who will have the capital, they do not have the idea, they do not know the ways how to invest. But those who need the capital, they have ideas, and they may, like for example, get into a contract with the other parties to do businesses or to go for the creation of a product or something else. So we may say that entrepreneur was distinguished from the capital provider, and the capital providers in today's world we may call them the venture capitalist. Many of the inventions or development during this time were reaction to the changing world, and was the case with the invention of Eli Whitney and Thomas Edison got funded by venture capitalists. So we may say that these people who had ideas but they do not have the capital, the Eli Whitney and Thomas Edison, so these people got the fund from the venture capitalist and they started businesses. So in 18th century we may say that the two terms has been differentiated. The person who have capital and the person who have idea, both of them are differentiated from one another, and entrepreneur was defined that the person who have idea can get fund from the venture capitalist or can get fund from the people who have the capital in the market. So Whitney and Edison, they were the people who were busy to develop new technology, but these people do not have the capital to finance their inventions or their development, their new products. So that's why they taken the support of the capital providers or the venture capitalist. So we may say that Whitney and Edison was the capital users. They were the idea creators. They were the entrepreneurs, but they were not the capital providers because they do not have had the capital. So that's why they have taken the support of venture capitalists or the money people, and they started their technologies, they developed their new businesses, and they finance that. So we may say that a venture capitalist, as we mentioned over here, or venture capitalist is a professional money manager who makes risky investment from a pool of equity capital to obtain a high rate of return on investments. So venture capitalists are those people who have money, who have a lot of capital, and they are enthusiastic to invest their money or their capitals in projects where there is high return for them. So Whitney and Edison taken capital from these venture capitalists, and they invested that in their own new technologies or in their own businesses, in their own idea. In 19th and 20th century, in both of these century, the term entrepreneur has discovered by the Joseph Scumter, and they introduced that entrepreneur is an innovator. He is a new idea developer. They explain the entrepreneur that these are the people who will develop new ideas, they will do inventions, and they will start something new. So in 19th and 20th century, the concept of innovation, the concept of innovation, ikhtira, newness, is an integral part of entrepreneurship. This was the main definition of entrepreneurship in terms of 19th and 20th century, that it is entrepreneurship mean innovation. So innovation mean new ideas. These new ideas may be in marketing, these may be in the human resources, training, these may be service delivery, these may be, like for example, we may see in the market debit card or anything new. So the act of introducing something new is called innovation. So Joseph explained that entrepreneurship means the person who will bring the concept of innovations, the person who will bring new ideas, or the person who will produce something new. In the middle of the 20th century, the notion of entrepreneur as an innovator was established. So in 20th century, or in the middle of 20th century, entrepreneur has been explained as an innovator. He is the person who will bring new ideas and who will start something new. Okay, dear students, this was all about the development or the history of the entrepreneurship. Now we will move forwards for a class activity, and we will get some common points from all these 4 or 5 stages, or from all these 5 phases in which the entrepreneurship has been defined. So if you see over here, these are the common theme, or these are the common words in all these definitions. So entrepreneurship, we may define this, that he is a key person who will do innovations, who will start new venture or new businesses. Or entrepreneurship is the process where one can create values. Entrepreneurship is the process of profit and non-profit organizations to establish. Entrepreneurship is the process to grow your business. Entrepreneurship is uniqueness of your businesses. Entrepreneurship is change in the society, in products, in community, in ways, in trainings. Entrepreneurship is the person who will start something new. Entrepreneurship is the process where someone is doing innovations, where someone is like starting new businesses and creating some new. So these are, like for example, the common theme and the definition of entrepreneurship. So the definition of entrepreneur, so in short, he is an individual who will take risk, who will take initiative to bundle resources in innovative ways and is willing to bear the risk and uncertainty to act. So we may say that entrepreneur is an individual, one thing, the most important, and this person will take start, he will take initiation to bundle resources and innovative ways. He will take the start, he will do startup, and he will use his resources and innovative ways. He will entrust it to take the risk of these innovations and will act in uncertain situation. So today we may define that entrepreneurs is involved in value creation process, one thing. Second, they will devote their time and efforts, yani they will give their time and efforts to the business. They will involve the reward of being an entrepreneur. So the title, the benefits, the good name will go to him, and he will reward it as an entrepreneur, and he will assume the necessary risk of their businesses. So we may say that a person who will create value, who will give their time, he will devote his efforts, he will take the benefit and will take the risk of a business is called an entrepreneur, in simple. Okay, so how a person can take the decisions to become an entrepreneur? What are the process which may push a person or which may pull a person to become an entrepreneur? So process which enters a movement from something to something new, a movement from a parent lifestyle to a formal and new enterprise. So ये वो प्रोसेस था कि मर्दम را موتیویت میکنه که از یک زندگی ظاهریشان به یک زندگی رسمی چی کنه داخل کنه. یعنی د یو ظاهری ژوند نه خلک موتیویت کوي چې یو نوی او فارمل او رسمی ژوند ته داخل شي. سو د مختلف وجو نه خلک چې د انټرپرینور جوړیدلی شي یا د انټرپرینور تصمیم نیسي چې انټرپرینور شي for the obvious reason to being independent. غواړي چې خپلواک شي، یعنی چاته پورې وابسته نه وي. still چې دا ډیر زیات پایلې لري، لکه مثال په طور سټرس او همدارنګه کوششونه ورته پکار وي. خو still the people will work to become an entrepreneur. So پروسه entrepreneurship که هست مردم را از یک زندگی ظاهری به یک زندگی رسمی داخل میکنه و وجوهات زیاد است که مردم انترپرینور میشه. یک وجه کلانش این است که مردم میخواه که اندیپندنت یا خودمختار باشه و وقتی که خودمختاری را میخواهی سو باز شما باید زیاد استرس و کوشش زیاد بکنی که شما به هدفتان برسی. Okay, so these are the two factors which will help you to become an entrepreneur. Sometimes some factors will pull you to become an entrepreneur, and sometimes factors will push you to become an entrepreneur. So what does the pull factor mean, and what does the push factor means, which will support you to become an entrepreneur? If we see the first one, the pull factors, so this means these are the factors which is generally described as positive factors for an entrepreneurship. ای فاکتورهای مثبت است برای entrepreneurship، یعنی یو فاکتورها است که شما را کمک میکنه و مثبت است که شما یک انترپرینور یا متشبث شوی. These can be termed as independence، یعنی مثبت فکرها که است یا فکتورها که است شما میخواهی که خود مختار باشی شما میخواهی که مردم شما را بشناسه، like for example در معاشره یک جای داشته باشی، شما like for example به طور شخصی شما ویلتتان اضافه شوه، ثروتتان اضافه شوه و شما like for example پیش بری. سو از این لحاظ شما میخواهی که شما به حیث انترپرنورشپ یا به حیث متشبث شوی. سو این او فاکتور هاست که شما را به طرف خود جلب میکنه یا کشف میکنه و شما در فیوچر باز تصمیم میگیری که به حیث انترپرنور یا متشبث در مارکت کار کنی. خب اینجا باز فاکتورهای دیگه هم است که با نام پوش فاکتور یاد میشود که شما را دیگه میکنه، یعنی به طرف انترپرنورشپ شما را فورس میته، پوش میکنه to become an entrepreneur. این تمام که است نگاتیو فاکتور ها است، یعنی منفی چیز است که شما را پوش میکنه to become an entrepreneur. اوکی، یعنی it can be unemployment. مردم دو وقت انترپرنورشپ یا در پروسه انترپرنورشپ یا متشبث شدن داخل میشه که او بیروزگار باشه. Unemployment may help you, may support you to become an entrepreneur. Sometimes job insecurity، شما به وظیفه‌تان مطمئن نیستی که وظیفه‌تان تا چی وقت است. وقتی که insecure باشه وظیفه‌تان، سو شما موتیویت میشی، تشویق میشی که به حیث یک متشبث در مارکت داخل شوی. یا انکمتان یا نفع یا فایده تان که به دست می آوری او insufficient یا به ضروریات خانه تان پورا نمی باشه یا کم می باشه، از این لحاظ شما به طرف انترپرنورشپ میری. در وظیفه تان ناراحتی یا نارضایتی احساس میکنی که like شما از وظیفه تان ناراض هستی. You may not feel well in your job, you may feel bored in your job. or sometimes وظیفه تان قراردادی است، لیمیتیشن داره، سو دیگه محدودیت ها داره. شما نمیتوانی که like for example belonging needs تان یا like for example دیگه ضروریات معاشره که شما کتی روبرو هستی اونا را سرانجام بدی. از این لحاظ این پوش فاکتور ها است که شما را فورس میکنه، دیگه میکنه و به طرف انترپرنورشپ میری. So we may say that the full factors is generally described as positive factor for entrepreneurship. These are the positive factors, and these may be like for example the person is interested to be independent, to have achievements in the society, to recognize himself to the people, to have social status in the market or in the environment and the community, and to work for his personal development and wealth. But the push factors are the factors which are negative attraction. These are negatives in terms, and these are in contrary to the pull factors. The patazat ki di the pull factors sara. These may be unemployment, these may be job insecurity, insufficient income, job dissatisfaction, and the career limitations. So these are the things which may push you to get enter to the entrepreneurial process. Some other factors are also here which may bring change from your present life to the new style, like for example some cultural factors. Farhangi factor, high Farhangi. The government encourages such cultures of newness by providing infrastructures and other facilities like USA. Change culture in USA is highly appreciated, innovation oriented, and other entrepreneurial institutions. So USA, like for example, is always interested to bring innovations, to change their community, to change their societies with different new ways and different new terms. Each country of the world is interested. So sometimes the cultural factors may also push you to do or to get enter to the entrepreneurial process. Some other factors are also over here, like family factors. Like sometimes the persons will get the businesses and inheritance. The people of their families is always already working as an entrepreneur. They have worked as an entrepreneur. So actually they may push because of their inheritance, their warasat وراثت د دوی دا پوښ کوي چې دوی په حیث د متشبث یا د انټرپرینور کار وکړي. Acquired teaching process being in the mind of the family members like family trait, heredity traits and etc. So these are things which may push a person to become an entrepreneur. So فیکتور های فیملی هم مردم را موتیویت میکنه که لایک فار ایگزامپل با یک نفر همو بزنس تا وراثت میمانه سو اونا همیشه که بزنس خود به حیث یک انترپرینور پیش ببره. Sometimes academics, your educational backgrounds will also support you to become an entrepreneur. Educational background هم ما شما را push میکنه یا support میکنه که به حیث یک entrepreneur شیم. Like for example, you are the business students. شما محصلین BBA هستی business administration. امی درستان میبی که شما را موتیویت کنه و به حیث یک متشبث در مارکت داخل شوی. Your groups, your peers, your friends may also help you to become an entrepreneur. دوستایتان گروپ هایتان که اونجا شما میشینی اونا هم میشه که باعثی شود که شما را موتیویت کنه تشویق کنه و شما به حیث یک انترپرینور شوی. Teachers and mentors استادایتان ترینرایتان که شما را ترینینگ میتا استادایتان باشه اونا هم میشه که باعث شو شما را موتیویت کنه که به حیث یک انترپرینور شوی. sometimes محیط کاری تان زیاد مناسب نیست شما او را زیاد خوش نداری سو هم شما را تشویق میکنه که به حیث یک انترپرینور در مارکت داخل شوی. و بعض وقتی که شما دیگری تان ایژوکیشن یا تحصیلی تان پورا کنی و شما دیگه جاب نداری در مارکت یا interested may bashi to become an entrepreneur. So these are the factors who may help you to start something new, to work for the society or to work for the community, to create values for the people. So in short, who is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is innovator who seizes new opportunities. یو نفر است که opportunities را avail میکنه opportunities را find میکنه convert opportunities into workable marketable ideas ای فرصت ها که اینا پیدا کرده اونا را در marketable ideas یعنی ideas یا نظریات که بازاریابی شوه یا او ایدیا که workable باشه دو تبدیل میکنه. They will always add values through efforts, money and other skills. بذری ارزش های خود اینا values را add میکنه بذری کوشش های خود پولی خود و skills که اونا داره یعنی بجا میں یک چیز تقدیم میکنه. They will consider the risk and will take the rewards. They are always the agents of change and growth. اینا همیشه د فکر change و د فکر تغییر و growth میں باشه یعنی they are the pioneers. These are the personal, they will work for the personal achievement and for their goal achievements. For them personal achievement and goal achievement is important. اینا همیشه کوشش میکنه که هم دستاوردهای شخصی داشته باشه و هم به اهداف خود برسه. They will create business and they will try to grow the business. اینا business را جور میکنه و کوشش میکنه که business را grow کنه. And these are the pivotal figures who operates within in a market. ای known figures است که اونا در یک مارکت یا در یک ایریا کار میکنه. قصه های عام در رابطه entrepreneurship مختلف قسم قصه در مارکت یا در جامعه با entrepreneurship میشه. Like for example, some people will say that entrepreneurs are doers, they are not thinkers. میں کہ entrepreneur فکر نہ میکنه but they are the action takers. They will always take actions. نہ action میگیرا یعنی doers. Some people will say that entrepreneurs are born, ای پیدا شده already, they are not made. یعنی develop نشده, جور نشده, نہ already پیدا شده. Some of them will say that they are inventors. Entrepreneur inventor as بازیشان میگه. some people will say कि در تحصیلشان و در معاشرت جای درست نداره، از این وجه اینا باز به طرف انترپرینورشپ میره یا به طرف بزنس یا به حیث متشبث باز در مارکت پیدا میشه. میگه که for example پروفایلشان درست نیست، typical trade profile they are like for example pet اینا pet می باشه و یک پروفایلی typical من که اینا یک کوالیتی داره که به حیث یک پروفایلشان یک قسم دیولپ شده که اونا به حیث یک انترپرینور شوه. Some people will say कि नहीं entrepreneurship क्या they need the dollars, they need money to succeed कि कामयाब शवा. बहुत मर्दम किस्म में कहना कि they are just lucky people, यानी मीन किस्मत शान आस्ते lucky आस्ते उना में तो उना कि मैं बहस entrepreneur शवा. बहुत मर्दम में कि they are the entrepreneur do not plan जोड़ना में कहना they are flying blind. बच्चों पट्ट में कि मार्केट दाखिल शवा. बहुत मर्दों के समय कहना कि एंटरप्रेन्योर हमेशा नाकाम हमेशा हुआ. बहुत मर्दों में कि दे आर एक्सट्रीम रिस्क टेकर्स, बेइंतहा रिस्क में गिरा हुआ. यानी ये तमाम चीज़ आस्ते मैथ आस्ते फॉल्सहुड्स आस्ते यानी माना दा वही माना कि ये किस्सा आस्ते कि मर्दों में कहना कि एंटरप्रेन्योर एक तारीफ में कहना. These are the people, entrepreneurs who started in the 20th century. Like for example, see the Microsoft, कि दर साल नुज़दाफ़ता दो पंच Bill Gates and Powell Allen जोड़ करा. हम दारंगे हमें किस्म Dell computer, Michael Dell कि वो 10 साल पैदा शुदा, born in this year. Gateway 2000 is developed by Tidwith. Apple computers developed by Steve Jobs. Federal Express by Fred Smith. Polaroid by Edwin Land, and Nike by Bill Knight. So these are the people who have, like for example, the founders of businesses in the 20th century of the world. So finally, a question will arise, and you have understand about all these definition. The question will arise that that mean that entrepreneurs are born? So different research has taken in this area. Some of them claims that entrepreneurs are born, and some of them claims that they are made. But actually entrepreneurs are made. They will understand the process, they will see the process, they may find the gap, they may study the environment, and finally they may start, like for example, something new. One thing more that we should know about the entrepreneurship in terms of Afghanistan, one should understand, or in terms of the world. So entrepreneurs can be, like for example, divided into two parts, like for example SME, or we may say like for example the IDE. What does SME mean and what does IE mean? SME stand for the SME stand for small medium and enterprises, or we may say the small medium entrepreneurs. Small medium enterprises are the enterprises which are the which will focus on local market, like in our country in Afghanistan. If someone start, like for example, businesses, entrepreneurial businesses, so we may call them SME, and these are the mostly the SME is the mostly service concerned businesses. These they may help the society, they may help the community. Like for example, one will start a restaurant one will start, like for example a medicus in an area, or like for example one is called start schools system in an area. So all of these are called SME. And the SME businesses always need, like for example, the owner capital, and the capital which is required for it is too much less. And these are mostly the small companies in the country or in local geography. But if we go towards the IDE, so IDE mean innovative. The first I stand for innovative, and second D stand for driven, and the third one E stand for the enterprise. Some people will call it the innovative driven entrepreneurship. So both of the terms that which may use for the entrepreneurship. This IDE is always focusing on the global market. The focus of this business is to develop products for the global market or for the international markets, for all over the globe, like for example Apple company, like Nike company, and etc. These companies actually needs more and more capital. These companies need more and more capital. So actually when it needs more capital, so the owner of this businesses are the people who will invest in these businesses is called the stockholders. Holders are people who will invest in these businesses. And these are the, like for example we may say more broader markets address, as the e-business, any IDE innovative driven enterprises, e broader market address maker. These are most risky businesses in the world. بسیار risky است، risk زیاد داره, but actually it's also the more profitable business too. And these are more clustered. Yani mean these are having, like for example, geographically scattered businesses. So the entrepreneurship has divided into two major parts. One is called SME and the other one is called IDE. SME means small medium enterprises and IDE mean innovative driven enterprises. Small medium enterprises will focus on local market. These are mostly often they are services concerned businesses, like for example in a community there is need of a restaurants, or like there is need of medical store, like there is a need of schools and other things, traffic system and etc. So people will take the initiation and they will start this type of businesses, and the owner or a person can control this small medium enterprises, and these are small companies of the world. So dear students, this was all about our today class. If you do not have any questions, thank you very much for your kind attention, and if you have any questions, so you can ask me through my WhatsApp number, or you can send me an email. I am in your services. Thank you all. Wish you a happy Ramadan. Thank you. Salam.